Good morning. This morning's message is just a little bit different than what you're used to. I know I do some of the motivational stuff, but I want to speak on behalf of my own failures when it came to my relationship. I'm relaxed right now, so I'm vaping and I'm drinking my Diet Pepsi. It's my two downfalls. What I want to talk to you about this morning is something that I've kind of learned, and I'm hoping to continue to get better. I don't even have it completely figured out yet, but I figure maybe if I can reach out to some of you guys and teach you a little bit from what I've learned, maybe it might help you in your relationships. This goes for all of you. Some of you that have been married for a long time, and some of you that are just new to being in a relationship with somebody. And my experience comes from my own failure. It sucks that we can't see what's going on right in front of us before sometimes it's too late. You know, my old lady and my daughter, they're everything that I got. They mean the world to me. My daughter's not my daughter. My daughter is somebody else's offspring that never was part of her life from day one. So I stepped in and picked up the pieces where he never was. And I love her to death. Yes, she's a pain in the butt. She's 10 years old, almost 11, starting to get mouthy and trying me every time she turns around. But I'm dealing with it the best that I can. And nobody puts their hands on her. She don't get whooped or anything like that. She's just a really good, smart kid. Now, with her getting older and going up in a grade now recently, which is kind of scary, and the kids that she's hanging around with are getting older. Along come hormones and attitudes and stuff as well. That stuff's gonna happen. You have to try to pick your battles. Choose them very wisely. Some of those things that they say and the attitude that they have is just a character. It's the kind of character building that they're going through with the types of people that they have at school and the types of stuff they're dealing with at home, and the interest change in life and things that they used to think is important and now it's not. It's all part of being a young lady, and it's worse than boys by far. And they develop different, She's already talking very serious about certain things where boys wouldn't really care or have any interest in talking serious about certain things. I remember like a month ago, not quite, I went into her room and she was sad and she had tears in her eyes and stuff, and she was fixing to start just downpouring, and I looked at her and I said, "What's your problem? Why do you look like you're going to start crying?" And she said, "Dad, look, I don't have time for this right now. Okay? I don't want to talk about this right now." I said, "What are you saying to me right now? I just don't really have time for this right now. I just don't want to talk about this right now," or whatever. I said, "You're 10 years old. You're talking to me like that? You've never said that to me before. What is your problem?" "Well, I'm on summer break, and I'm cleaning my bedroom, and I don't want to have to do my chores in my bedroom, and I should be on break, not doing chores." And I was like, "Child, this is what you're upset about? This is what you're freaking upset about? Just close the door, let her have her moment, and walk away. Don't say nothing else. Nothing else. Let her have her moment, let her walk." 10-15 minutes later, she came out of her room and she was like, "What's going on, guys? How are you? Should we paint some arts and crafts stuff?" Like nothing happened at all. And I'm thinking to myself, "Oh God, I want to fucking strangle you." Oh, but I kept it in. Kept it all inside because I'm like, why do females have to be so switch? It's like a switch. Flip it on, flip it off. Flip it on, flip it off. There ain't no in between. It's either super, super, super happy or super, 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 super emotional. Okay? Yeah. And I'm like, oh my God, you're lucky I love you to death because I'd strangle the living hell out of you right now. Why? It's a learning curve, man. When you're told that women, uh, girls, whatever you identify as, of not, you're not male, you have female hormones in your body. Trying to be politically correct here. For those that may watch this that may not identify as me, when you have those hormones floating through your body, I can see why. They've always said you'll never figure them out. Don't even try. And that doesn't stop there though. That doesn't stop with my just my little girl. That goes for my old lady too. You know, even her at her age is, you know, they females got issues, man. They really do. They have issues and they carry stuff for a long time. Recently we got into a couple, you know, decent arguments or whatever about things that were really stupid. They didn't even mean anything, and I didn't understand why they were getting so flared up so fast, so rough. And I had told her one day, I said, look, I gotta sit down with you, man. I gotta talk to you about everything that's going on and why you're so edgy about things. And she said, we sat down and we talked, and I said, I gotta understand you more, because I don't understand where this is coming from, why the overreaction about stuff, and seems like hormonal and emotional, and God forbid you say emotional around one of them. Oh God, oh, not emotional. That's not emotional. Yeah. I'm like, oh God, here we go. Did I say the E word? I said the E word. I shouldn't have said the E word because now I'm gonna die. So, um, I sat down and I spoke to her, and she said, babe, you know, I had to take the last 5 years of my life and bottle everything up emotionally. I had to be a mom. I had to work multiple jobs. I had to take care of my parents. I had to take care of my parents' house. I had to go to college full time to get my master's in psychology. I had to take the last 5 years of my life and cram it all into one ball. And I could not act emotionally. I could not have my days where I wanted peace. I could not have my days where I could relax, because for 5 years straight, I had obligations I had to take care of, and I couldn't let anything else get in the way of that. And now that I've graduated, now that we have our own home, now that we have our own dwelling and peace of mind and stuff like that, all those emotions and frustrations for the last 5 years that I could not act on, that I could not let surface, are starting to slowly come out. And I need to get through that. Everything that I've been suppressing for the last 5 years, it's starting to come out, and it's starting to bother me, and I'm overreacting to things, and I'm getting emotional about things that I normally wouldn't, and it's going to take some time for me to let all that come out, and you don't understand what I'm going through, so I can just reset and kind of go back to normal, because that's a long time to not have to be able to react to anything while you're trying to finish up college, take care of family, and work full time. It's all starting to come out. I said, look, I understand. I understand. You know what I did? I started getting up earlier to help in the house more. Started helping more in the evening time when I get home from work. Granted, I work hard. Some of you work with me. We work 10, 12, 14-hour days. It just all depends on what's going on. And this is almost every day sometimes. But I'm still picking up more responsibility around the house because I know what she's going through. And I'm trying to understand and talk to her more and stop saying things less about things. And she's trying to understand me better. Boys, it's not easy. It is not easy at all. Sometimes you feel like you want to strangle the other person, but most of the time you really feel like you love them to death. It ain't easy. There ain't not a damn thing easy about being an adult, owning a home, having a family, or even renting a home, whatever. Having a family and nourishing and nurturing and raising that family, especially when you got girls in the house. It is not easy at all. So I guess if you could take away anything from this message, this is what I want you to take away from this message. Please be understanding with your lady. Please try to listen to what she's saying. She's going to tell you what the problem is. It's just, it may not come out like we want to hear it, like this is the problem. She's going to tell you. It's just going to be probably be in a way that you've got to piece the puzzles and stuff together. Don't forget, God forbid, don't forget to tell her that you care about her and you love her. It ain't just through actions. They want to hear it too. They want to hear it. Rub their butt every once in a while. Seriously, just do it. Your old lady, not your kid, obviously. That's gross. Go up to your old lady, tap her on the butt, rub her on the butt a little bit from time to time. Help with dinner. Just help with dinner sometimes. Trust me, just dinner alone. Making dinner and cleaning the dishes and putting the dishes and stuff away every once in a while would mean so much. Help with the laundry sometimes. Maybe throw a couple loads in. Get it all put in the dryer and stuff before you go to work in the morning or at night before you go to bed, and say, hey, look, I got it started for you. I got it in the dryer. Now maybe you can pull it out and we'll fold it tonight when I get home or something like that. Just trust me when I tell you that. It means the world to them. It really does. And one more thing. They flip like a switch. They flip like a switch. 1 minute they're super happy, the next minute they're super sad. Or they can do that. I'm not saying they all do that. Don't take it to heart. They're fucked up, man. They're really messed up creatures. What did they, was it like Friday or something like that, or Baby Boy or whatever, or the guy said, yeah, they're unstable creatures. They really are. Well, that's an unstable creature that you love. And unfortunately, there ain't nothing you can do about it other than walking away or trying to understand the situation. Peaceful times, right, are important. Peaceful times are important to us. The more we can keep those peaceful moments happening, the better off we're going to be with our sanity as men, because we don't deal with stuff like they do. We don't talk about a lot of problems like they like to. We like that peace and quiet part of it more than anything. That's how we deal with our problems. We don't talk as much as them. But this is my experience. Nurturing and raising a family. Trying to build a family up from not having a father figure or a male in their life to being there, and you can't expect everything to change. Women are messy. They leave crap out all over the place. They eventually do get better slowly. You got to train them though, peacefully and quietly and very patiently. They'll start a project in one area and not finish it and move to another, and then start something there and then move to another and start something there and move to another, and then they'll go back to what they started. It's kind of a mess sometimes. And it is what it is. You signed up for it right now. You got to deal with it. You got to train them slowly, and you'll get there. You'll do it. It just takes a lot of time, especially if they've been set in their ways for so long, and then you finally come into their life. It ain't gonna happen in a year or 2 years. It's gonna take a long time. Eventually, you're gonna start to see things slowly start to go your way, and start to get done like they're picking up after themselves more. They're not leaving candy wrappers all over the place. They're not leaving their socks and shoes out just wherever the hell they want to throw them whenever they come in the door and stuff like that. You know, I'm the type of person where shoes go in the closet, garbage goes in the garbage, plates go in the sink or the dishwasher when you're done. You're cleaning up after yourself. Most females don't do that. They leave it wherever the hell they're at. You're in for a ride, but be ready to do the work to make it happen. It can happen, and you'll be very happy, but you got to put in the work to do it. All right, that's it. Good morning. Happy Labor Day. And Y'all be blessed. Take care. Love y'all.